Chip, it kind of seems like the same thing that you've talked about in the past, the self-inflicted wounds. Why do these things continue to happen?
Well, I mean, you're playing this team. You know, you're -3 in the turnover category. Probably you're not going to win the football game. It's very rare statistically when you look at it. You know, to be -3 and think you're going to win the football game. You know, and obviously critical times. You know, we had moved the ball to get up 7-0. We're inside of 2 minutes, and we turn it over on the tip pass. You know, to make it 7-7, and then to open up in the, you know, right in the beginning of the third quarter there, and have the fumble on the kickoff. And then I think all 3 of our turnovers occurred in the red zone, which is even worse. And it took them 41 yards to get 17 points out of it. So against a good team like Arizona, that's not going to cut it.
Do you see any improvement in the offense? Have you guys taken any strides?
Sporadically. I mean, I think you look at, there's a couple drives that I think we did a nice job on, but not enough to win a football game. So, I mean, the entire offense, you know, it's everybody. You know, I don't think we protected well enough. I don't think we threw it well enough. I don't think we had too many drops, too many interceptions. It's entire group.
Chip, did you expect this to be a transition year, or is this frustrating to start 1-4?
I don't know about a transition year. I just got here, so I'm not transitioning from anything, you know, and we expect to go out and compete and play each week, and there's certain things that you got to do. You know, we had 2 critical penalties that also really hurt us, and good teams don't do that. You know, we're not a very penalized team, but when the penalties occur, they're huge for us. You know, we just had a first down. We got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. We're holding a team to a field goal, and then we have a roughing the kicker penalty that extended and extends a drive and results in points. So both of the penalties resulted in points also, and that's the part that you know, we can control that. You know, we only had 4 in the day, but 2 of them were critical penalties for us.
Last week you said Blaine played well except for maybe a couple of throws. Would you say the same thing about this?
No, I wouldn't say the same thing. I don't think anybody played well on offense, Tim. Nobody did.
Do you believe in maybe a quarterback change just to get?
I don't think tonight we're going to talk about that. You know, I mean, we're going to go and look at everything. We've got a couple of days off here, you know, in terms of getting ready for Buffalo, and then, you know, we'll assess the film and we'll move from there. But we're not talking about who's playing here or whatever in a game that's 10 days from now. So, and I understand you have to ask the question. I understand that. So, but right now, that's not, you know, not a conversation right now.
Players come in tomorrow?
No, they're off.
So they're off until Monday?
They're off, yeah, until Tuesday.
Tuesday.
That's the start of our normal.
And will you be meeting with the coaches about?
Yeah, we're working. The players are just off. You know, that's what happens. They had a real short week. You're trying to play a game, and obviously you played on Sunday. You got to play again on Thursday. They need some time. You know, we'll get back here on Tuesday. So
a lot of the offense getting to the line and then looking to the sideline. Doing that more this week. Was that
It was just who we were playing, trying to make sure we're getting the right place. Some checks that we had with them. So, you know, we've done that in the past in every game we played this year. So. You know, if a team's a little bit more multiple on defense, we may do it a little bit more, just trying to make sure we're in the right look and can run a play that's going to get executed, not, you know, trying not to run it into an overloaded defense if they are in an overloaded defense, and kind of checking around, doing a lot of different things that way. So,
Chip, I get you saying you're not going to discuss the quarterback situation tonight.
I didn't say I wasn't going to discuss it. We're not discussing it as a staff. I'm saying, not that I'm not discussing it with you guys. So.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, great. All right.
Okay.
So,
like, we're not having a staff meeting tonight after this. That's what I meant. Like.
Right. I guess over the course, at some point over the next 10 days, is that a position you're going to look at and assess?
I think we're going to look at everything. I mean, we're 1-4. We got to make sure we're going out there and giving us the best chance to win. So we're going to look at everything.
Chip, was there any consideration to making a change tonight?
They're in the game now.
Yeah, the interception Blaine had to start the fourth quarter. What was your view of that one, and was that?
It was behind the receiver, and it looked like the DB undercut it. So it was pretty good coverage by Cooper on that play.
How do you improve stopping the run? It's been an ongoing theme.
Yeah, well, part of it's tackling. I mean, we got to do a better job tackling. I think there's times when we're there, but we're not getting the first guy to the dance isn't getting the ball carrier down, and we got to do a better job tackling first and foremost. That's what I think the biggest thing that I look at. You know, now we'll look at the film and see all the other things and kind of work through that. But the first thing I notice on the field is that, you know, we're not getting guys down when we're getting there. We got to do a better job as a group tackling on defense, and part of that is gang tackling, getting more than one guy to the ball, getting off the blocks and getting there, and then making sure everybody's running to the football so that we can corral the ball carrier. So.
Seeing it in that locker room now after 4 straight losses, how are the players reacting, and how do you stop them from snowballing this?
Well, I see a group that's hurting. because they've invested so much in this, you know. So I think sometimes you worry in those situations when you see a bunch of guys that seem like they just don't care, you know. And if they don't care, then they probably haven't put a lot into it. And I think this group, you know, since we've been with them, has put a lot into this, and it's very, very important to them. And they work extremely hard at it. So I see a group that's hurting right now, and as they should be. You know, I don't think anybody wants to be in this situation, but you know, I think we got a bunch of guys that want to be part of the solution, not part of let's blame somebody else for it. You know.
Chip, Torrey's been targeted with just 3 passes and 1 catch in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
Presumably, your number 1 wide receiver. What's going on? Why hasn't?
Well, I think part of it's too who we're playing against. You know, I think in the last couple of games he's faced a couple good guys, but we do have to get him involved more and try to get him the football more.
Chip, offenses only get so many.
Uncharacteristic of your team so far.
Yeah.
What was the difference tonight?
You know, I think there was a little bit more twist game going on up front, and then we didn't do a very good job of handling that. You know, from where I'm standing, and then we got to go through that because a lot of those pressures that occurred on the quarterback occurred in a 4-man rush. So they got a lot of guys in coverage, and therefore the quarterback's got to hold the ball a little bit to make sure that we're getting the ball out to the right receiver, and then he doesn't have a lot of time because of the pressure that they got. But they did a nice job in their twist game with 4 guys, just 4 men rushing, creating pressure on the quarterback, and obviously. Mathematically, we should be up there. You know, there's 5 offensive linemen and there's 4 defensive linemen. We should be in a good situation.
Chip, you get only so many opportunities in a game for a big play. Sunday you had the one at Dallas, the interception. Early today you had a shot downfield. It was missed. Is it more of a technique thing with Blaine? Is it more of a pace thing? What is it that he saw off target on these deep balls?
Yeah, I'd have to look at that one specifically. I know on the one that we watched in the Dallas game, he was behind the receiver. You know, and I think he kind of didn't follow through on the throw. You know, got a chance to look at it in film and follow up through it. I don't know. I can't specifically say, you know, I'm looking at a lot of things while it went on. I know looked and the receiver was open, but the ball wasn't there. So I'd have to look at the tape on that one. In the Dallas game, it was just, you know, setting your feet, having a good base and following through on the throw, and that's not what happened in the Dallas game.
Couple more?
If you're switching quarterbacks, will you?
I didn't say that, so let's not go there.
When you guys discuss that, is that a coaching staff thing or are you and Trent thing?
No, I mean, any decision that's made with the current roster is a coaching staff thing. Trent has never come in and said this guy has to play or that guy has to play. You know, Trent does a great job of acquiring talent and getting players on this football team, but he's never once told me who has to play where and what the lineup is and all that. So,
Chip, it's been reported in various places that Blaine is outplaying Colin in practice. In practice, it's clear. Is that true?
Yeah, Blaine's done a really nice job in practice, yes.
Better than Kaepernick?
Yes.
Safe to say, I mean, he hasn't quite carried that practice performance over to games?
Oh, obviously, yeah. I mean, for all of us. I mean, it's the entire offense is like that. But I would expect us to execute in practice now. I mean, it's a controlled environment, and, you know, it's you're in a lot of trouble if you're not having any success in practice either. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think that's what we have to make sure we can do is can we take it from the practice field to the game field, and we're not doing that right now on the offensive side of the ball.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.